commanders, we call the shots. From our living room thrones where the action's hot. We're the generals of fiction, the masters of war. In silver screen battles with buttered popcorn. Armchair commanders, armchair commanders.
And dangerous. If you're one of us, then roll with us.
Well, you gonna start us off?
I guess.
How are we supposed to welcome? Also, could you get a little closer to your mic?
How about now?
Better.
I'm dealing with a little transitionary period in my life where the recording space I was in was like a joint shared office, and then like we moved it because like Claire moved in, and then like things changed, and now the office that was going to be her bedroom is not her bedroom, and now it's going to be like my man cave recording space because I gave up my man cave for the good of the child project.
Good for you.
But now I'm getting my space back. So if it sounds a little empty in here, it's because none of my shit is up yet. And that's the intro to our Armchair Commander podcast this week. Because we've been really shitty about recording and we apparently don't know what we're doing anymore.
And I'm Jack.
I'm John.
And what are we reviewing this week?
German Fury. Also known as Dear Fury.
Der Heart of der Darkness.
Yeah. No, we're watching The Tank or Der Tiger.
The Tiger.
Depending on if you're doing the translated version or not. We watched it because for a short while it was ranked number 2 on Amazon, super popular across the internet spaces. And it's about tiger tanks, so, why the fuck not? And,
Tigre.
Jack, you seemed less than thrilled with me last night when you finished it.
So, yeah, I don't remember what time I called you. I think it was like 11 p.m. I wasn't drunk yet because I was still on dry January, but I wanted to be. Towards the end of this movie, I began to get a bit suspicious about the scene where they're getting closer to the bunker and those dead paratroopers are all around. And you see the dude's compass going crazy. I began to think, wait a second. And then we get to the bunker. Everybody's partying for some reason. And it starts to get even stranger. And like there's rotten food everywhere. And the guy is acting very strange. And when it began to unveil that the dude was dead the whole time, I began to realize something. I had been tricked into watching Heart of Darkness for the 4th goddamn time in my life.
See, I just attributed this, I will give this movie props because there were points at this film I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but I didn't really think anything of it. And then, last 5 minutes just full throttle turns into a fucking, it turns out I watched a 2-hour long Twilight Zone episode. And I'm like, God damn it, you fucking got me.
But yeah, we were watching this in our Discord. Me and a buddy named Joey and another buddy of ours, Steiner, showed up towards the end after their comms guy that speaks Latin died. And it was about the aforementioned point when they're like going through the dead paratroopers and the dude's compass is going crazy. Steiner says, so is this a supernatural movie? I'm like, oh no, it's just a war historical movie. And he's like, then why is the compass freaking out like that? I'm like, there's tons of phenomena that can do that.
I was going to say that was his big question out of this film. I had so many other questions.
It turns out it was at least somewhat supernatural.
Were you expecting, like, once you saw, like, the rotten food on the table for it to be, like, a Pirates of the Caribbean, like, reveal where he, like, steps into the moonlight and is now a Nazi zombie?
No, I thought
The food turns to ash in my mouth. Ah!
I thought the big reveal was that they were eating people, like they were cannibals, is where I thought that was going. But I'm pretty sure the rotten food is symbolic of something, but I don't possess the media literacy or raw intelligence.
I think it's just associating it with, like,
Death.
death or afterlife, just because, you know, decay and whatnot. Because, like, in I think it's like the second Harry Potter book. J.K. Rowling portrays this scene where one of the ghosts has like a death day party, and they like fill the room full of like rotten food, and the ghosts are like, "Oh yeah, we can almost taste it because it's rotting and all that shit." So
Was,
it's a recurring theme, I think, just in literature, movies, art kind of deal that, you know, just decaying food is also representative of death.
yeah. Who could forget the Harry Potter book, Potter's Inferno,
Oh yeah,
when he goes on a tour of the afterlife of
the
hell?
third circle of wizarding hell has you getting eaten by a basilisk.
And yeah, the whole circles of hell thing is almost as prevalent in literature as the seven deadly sins are. Like, if it's two things that are taken inspiration from mainly, it's always the circles of hell and the seven deadly sins. I don't know where the seven deadly sins originated, Old Testament, New Testament, I think New Testament. But the circles of hell, that's from a fan fiction called Dante's Inferno, if you've ever heard of it.
You know, it sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure if I were to go back and like look at this movie through the lens of already knowing they're dead, I may be able to pick out like, oh, this is the third circle because so and so, and I'm pretty sure the Latin would come in handy.
I mean, the biggest tip off should have been like the opening scene, which, by the way, a fucking metal opening scene as far
Mm-hmm.
as like combat goes. It's like just fucking hardcore tank on tank combat, you know, last stand on a bridge. Like,
Fire.
yeah, that was like a spectacular scene. Great combat scene. But also at the end where they're like, we're almost going to make it. And they're like, tank is on fire. And then like the bridge blows up because, you know, the Russian planes come in and bomb it. You leave that scene, you're like, oh, they fucking died. And then like the next scene is you see the tank commander like rolling up to his crew. He's like, we have a secret mission. And you're like, how the fuck are you guys alive?
They like talk about it too to kind of throw off the viewer. They're like, "Oh, how did we get out of there? That was a miracle." And then the smarmy driver was like, "It wasn't a miracle. I just hit reverse really hard."
Yeah, idiots.
Are you guys okay? A little cut up and burnt, but we're fine. Like, no, that's like a second-degree burn at the minimum on that dude's foot.
I gotta say, like going into this movie, like I had people tell me about it, and all they're like, the way they described it to me is like, oh yeah, it's just a German version of Fury, and I'm like, okay, like I guess I can kind of get behind it. And then we start watching it, and I'm like, really, like this super elite SS tank crew has been selected to take their one solitary tiger deep behind enemy lines. Like that is the most stupid fucking concept ever. Like that shit. Like in no way, shape, or form does that make any kind of fucking sense.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, we're going to watch Fury meets Saving Private Ryan, but from the German perspective. I was like, this is going to be terrible, and it grew. that's how it started off for me, and then it like pleasantly like surprised me and got better throughout the film. So I mean, kudos there. Plus, I think really what's if this film didn't have that like big M Night Shyamalan twist ending, I'm not sure what I would think of this film.
You know, that's probably why it has like a 60 something on IMDb. A lot of people went into this expecting a gritty tank war drama, but they got a Twilight Zone episode and Heart of Darkness.
I think probably what ruined the like watching experience for this for me was, there's the recurring image and theme of like, they have this like dark past of like, you know at first I was like, we really went the like SS tank crew route. Like, this isn't like a trying to sanitize history type deal, but it's like you chose the like typical baddies to be the protagonists of your film. Um, and then like there's this constant thing where it's like, oh, they seem to be haunted by like a past like atrocity that they allude to having been a part of or have witnessed. And it's not even towards the end of the film that you realize that they were part of it. It's for like half the film, it's just like, oh, we saw something really terrible. And like they start saying, like, they keep bringing up the like the common vernacular and the tropes of the time, which is like, you know, people in the German army bringing up like the Nuremberg defense of like, oh, I was just following orders. And we see that like a lot in this film. And like, because I wasn't looking for the twist fucking ending and I wasn't paying attention to the little like hints that something was amiss, like here, like seeing them be like, oh, our main protagonists who are fucking SS soldiers might feel regret over a potential crime that they witnessed, but also the commanders like are like shrug like, oh, we're just following orders because that's what good soldiers do. And I'm like, there's no way that they're trying to like this is the way that they're going to paint these people as like good guys. And like that's I think what makes the twist ending so good, or the thing that like really redeems this film, is that like, haha, no, all these fuckers are like in this eternal hellscape basically.
Yeah. Man, the fire and screaming motif is a little done in this movie, isn't it? Because he keeps flashing back to the burning windows and the screaming, and then there's at the end that furnace that dude keeps chucking shit into that screams as well.
Yeah. Can we also talk about the fact that like this tiger tank is like the Inspector Gadget of fucking World War II tanks? Like, go Gadget, flamethrower. Go Gadget, tank snorkel.
Go Gadget smoke grenades, which I never saw them reload. I just kind of assumed they did that off screen. And if they did, how many do they have?
I mean, they did have smoke grenades though. But
yes, but how much did they bring with them per mission?
I don't know, 2. I just pulled that number out of my ass. I genuinely don't know. I mean, that also begs the question: how are they doing this mission with no logistical support? Like,
or reinforcements or infantry. There's things that tanks usually need.
Yeah, like I said, it's fucking stupid. Like, okay, you want me to expect that this tank is going deep behind enemy lines with like no maintenance support, no fuel or ammunition support, no infantry support, like nothing. It's just going to balls to the wall. You also pick the like heaviest. I wouldn't say slowest, but like it's a heavy goddamn tank. Like, it's not breaking any speed records. Like, wouldn't it have behooved you to have gone, like, just like an infantry squad and given them, like, a fucking Jeep or something?
Something. And I get that the whole movie essentially doesn't really happen. But why were they so obsessed with getting this guy that they would just send one tank?
Yeah, if he was such a high value target, you'd think they would have sent more people. But again, they end up being in their little hellscape, so, you know, that would explain why. It should have been a clue, if you will.
Oh, getting a clue.
Instead, I'm just sitting over here seething, me like, this is a fucking stupid movie.
And then a really big hint would have been like the Mass in Latin. I'm sure if I go back, I'd be like, oh, this is what it really means. Yeah. And it comes on.
Mass in Latin actually just tells you it spoils the ending for you.
They've been dead this whole time. They never made it off the bridge.
There's like 6 people that went to see this in theaters that were like, God damn it! What really killed me in this movie was the Go-Go Gadget snorkel. Because it reminded me of like old school History Channel, you know, when they actually did like history and fucking documentaries and shit.
The good times.
And it's like, you know, the meme that people share on like Facebook and whatnot, where it's like, you know, you're in the 7th grade and it's 2 a.m. and you wake up to the blaring noise of fucking the George Lopez show. Because I'm a fucking dork, my George Lopez show as a kid that would wake me up at 2 a.m. was fucking like Tales of the Gun and like Weird Weapons of World War II, which Weird Weapons of World War II featured a fucking like it was an actual thing the Germans tried, which was like it was this idea for them to be able to transport tanks across the English Channel because they didn't really have the naval abilities to do their invasion of England. So they were coming up with all sorts of fucky shit to accomplish this. And they're like, oh, well, what if we just made, you know, our tanks amphibious and they just like drove underwater? So it was a real thing. Fun fact, didn't actually work that well though. So it wasn't something that was actually ever deployed in combat. It was, you know, it's just a, you know, testing deal that kind of flopped, like so many other ideas. But the idea that this tank crew just pulls whatever they need out of their ass for any given scene, and it's really kind of annoying.
Yeah. I was even wondering, like, there's no way that would work, right? The water, like, the tank would have to be airtight.
Yeah, they tried it on like a smaller one, and like I think the issue they ran into was like water tightening the like engine compartment.
Yeah, there's no way. But
also, like, how do you accomplish a seal on a tank, especially like one with a rotating turret? Like that doesn't. That
very carefully.
All the fucking wereaboos out there. The Germans would have won if their fucking amphibious tanks had worked.
Fuck those guys.
If only they made it to 46 and the Luftwaffe got their Wonder flying wing.
Ma Suez Canal, Ma Wonder Waffs.
Anyway. If only they had built their fucking tank that was the size of a goddamn battleship that wouldn't have been able to have actually traversed any kind of terrain because there were no roads that could have supported it. But I digress. Like,
but Gustav the railway gun.
You lay off Gustav. That was actually kind of cool.
You leave Gustav alone.
Leave Gustav alone. It was the
Bully.
one of 3 weird weapons that actually worked. Them and Dora.
Then there is that scene that doesn't really make a lot of sense without the context of the ending, and it's the when they kill that German SUV SV. What was the tank? That big.
It was a Russian tank. It was the Su-100, which I've read like people got so like I read some reviews and like people talking about it on Reddit, and like people are so fucking angry and butthurt about them using an Su-100 in this film, and I'm like, guys, there are way bigger problems than them using that tank. Like, well, that tank wasn't introduced until 1945, and I'm like, yeah, they also didn't have scuba diving fucking tanks. Like, maybe we pick our battles here.
And anyway,
I was not expecting them to destroy the Su-100 via pothole, though.
That was pretty funny. The problem with these tanks, they can't see what's in front of them. Anyway, so they blow up the tank, they tearfully bury their comms guy, and then they like go to the ruins of the tank, and it's full of dead and decay. Dead and decaying bodies, and they're like, what the hell, we didn't hit them that hard, they haven't been dead for that long, and blah blah blah. And at the time you just assume, okay, so they burned up really quickly, but that's another thing, like another subtle hint that something's not right.
If anyone would be an expert on how quickly human bodies burn, it would be some SS guys, okay?
Yeah, and at the time they're just like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird, I guess, but yeah, it's like they're like maggoty corpses.
Say maggoty corpses 3 times fast. Best
maggoty corpses, maggoty corpses, maggoty corpses.
Now you're going to have a maggoty corpse under your bed.
Thanks. Beetlejuice.
I hope it's real squishy for you.
I'm going to have a nightmare about that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But what are you drinking this evening?
Well, because my tummy is being a little bitty bitch today, Sprite.
I see.
I'm really like batting 1,000 here because last episode I was having like heartburn and shit. Like, I don't know.
Me, as I mentioned before, I just completed dry January, so I'm celebrating with Stella Artois.
Stella Artois.
Stella Artois.
Not some red wine in honor of our winemaker in the tank crew.
I thought you were about to say in honor of the brave Nazis that gave their lives, and I was like, no, fuck those guys.
No. There was a character who made wine.
Now I'm drinking a nice pale lager. I love pale lagers.
It's not the only pale thing you like.
What's the other one?
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Go ahead and finish that, asshole.
No, I thought I would just like trick you into admitting something, but it didn't work.
You're about to say, or you're going to trick me into saying penis or something like that, weren't you?
No, I would never.
Yeah, I would never. My name's DP.
These jokes are below me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. How did dry January go for you?
Good. I drank a lot of Sprite and ginger ale. And I got some catching up to do. Also, for our beloved viewers, we're recording this on February 1st of 2026. And I believe I've mentioned this before, but February 1st is my least favorite time of the year. It's in the ass middle of February and January, my two least favorite months. The weather's usually shitty. There's no real good holidays in January, February.
You should move out. You should move out here, dude. It was like 60 degrees today, except the power did go out for me.
Yeah, exactly. A bad thing happened on February 1st. Point to Jack. But I figured
did you love my messages today where I was like, it's like pooping in a bunker.
So, yeah, he sent some colorful messages about a certain part of his anatomy and what pooping does to it. It was lovely. And I figured since I hate February 1st and I usually do dry January, why not do fucked up February?
Get as drunk as possible for February?
Maybe not every day, but I just got fucked up for February 1st. I literally had a timer set for midnight last night.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, and I immediately cracked a beer and drank it. And I bought a 12-pack of Stella Artois yesterday, and I'm already down to my last two. Also, I slept like a fucking rock today.
I did just think of something. Have you ever heard of the Panzer scale?
Panzer scale? No, I have not.
So it was like you went to like r/tanks or like any kind of like military subreddit for the longest time. Like, there was this thing called the Panzer scale, and basically what it was like someone would ask you, like, what is your favorite like German World War II tank? And it was like, if you said like the fucking Panzer IV, like you were a basic bitch. Like if you said the Tiger tank, like you're a basic bitch. Or Panzer IV, you're like, oh, middle of the road. Or if you're like, oh, I love the Panther, like everybody's like, oh, you're a giga chat of like German armor history and shit like that. So what is your favorite German tank of World War II?
I don't want to be a basic bitch. I don't fucking know.
I'll be a basic bitch. My favorite's the King Tiger. Actually, no. I like the King Tiger. I also like the Stug.
The Stug.
The Stug was like the German equivalent to like the Su-100.
Okay. The Stug. Sturmgeschütz. Place of origin, Nazi Germany. Makes sense. Syrian service. Huh.
You know, it's another good one that I really like is the Sturm Tiger.
The Storm Tiger.
Look it up. It's so cute with its tiny little stubby gun.
Storm Tiger. Assault Tiger. Aw. That is a little cute.
Isn't it? It's kind of an OP tank in World of Tanks because it fires like this rocket round.
And speaking of World of Tanks,
today's sponsor is not World of Tanks.
You're right, it's Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid!
Or Manscaped. But anyway.
Well, what's the fucking mattress company that's really popular on podcasts?
I don't know. I don't listen to podcasts, not even our own.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, okay, that's a lie. I do listen to one occasionally. The Fall of Civilizations podcast.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you listen to ours occasionally.
No. Why would I listen to mine? I hate my voice.
I don't know. Sometimes I like going back. Like, sometimes we have a really good episode with a guest that's like entertaining to me. So I go back and live the memes.
But where was I was gonna say something, but yeah, the whole World of Tanks thing. I vaguely remember when it came out, there was a big kerfuffle about them not making the Tiger the best tank in the game, and Wereaboos were mad, and the devs had to come out and say, like, look, guys, we know you're mad, but come on, the Tiger wasn't as great as you probably think it was.
Like, look, it was a revolutionary design. In a lot of aspects, it was a good tank. It was a very powerful tank, but it had its problems. So it's not this like Tiger tanks were not this wonder weapon that were indestructible.
No.
Like I still think they were a good tank. They just would have behooved Germany to maybe build more like Panzer IVs. Like absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm still of the opinion that Sherman
on the next episode, John's going to talk about how Germany should have built more submarines.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing of the Shermans, and I think they get more hate than they deserve. Like, yes, there are valid criticisms, but Jesus Christ, people, calm down.
I'm sorry the Sherman wasn't designed to go against a tank with a fucking anti-aircraft gun as its main armament.
Its whole thing was mass production and maneuverability and speed, and by God, it exceeded in those respects. But what the
What's your favorite Allied tank?
You.
Thank you.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean? You are on a... You know what? Never mind.
You know I'm going to say Sherman for the exact reasons I listed. And also because that's the only one I can think of right now.
Oh, yeah? Well, what's your favorite Italian tank?
The Boyer D. Rigatoni 2000.
Oh, that's fair. That was a good model. That's almost as good as the Domino 1000.
The Domino. Not ooh. I can do you one more. Their heavy tank, the Tortellini.
No, that was the cannoli you're thinking of.
Ah, right. Easy mistake. Anyway, fuck you.
All their tank sizes correlate to fucking pasta.
So, the one, like, the maybe 5 to 10% of this movie that was real, that actually happened, the Stalingrad scene, and also the scene on the bridge. Those are the only two scenes in this movie that actually happened in the real world, correct? The rest is just a hallucination or the afterlife.
Correct. Which, the thing that confuses me about this, like, afterlife mission thing, like, I can get on board with it, but how does one person on the team die before everybody else? Or is he, like, an innocent party so he doesn't go to the fucking hellscape bunker because of that? And if he is like an innocent soul, what did he do to deserve to be an innocent soul when he still participated in the fucking atrocity?
Because he was a Latin teacher, I guess.
Oh, that's right. Because, like, last time I checked, fucking Latin teacher, like, dies mid-mission, never makes it to the bunker. Everybody else gets to experience the fucking fire-emitting screams from hell with the rotting food, though. So, the heck, man.
I don't know, maybe it was just a really good teacher.
Yes, all those bright minds that, you know what, never mind.
Anyway, so this is where I was going with that. Like, that happened. Like, that shit happened, the bridge and the Stalingrad and whatnot. What did the deer represent? And also, why was there a deer on the bridge?
I genuinely don't know.
like maybe it represented innocence lost in a way, because he still has the boo-hoos about his wife and son dying in a bombing raid.
Oh no, the Nazi lost his family.
Der Nazi lost a family. But anyway, god damn it. So, like, deer are stupid, yes, every Midwesterner knows this, but why the fuck would it be near like all that explosions and fire? Like, deer
Well,
are good animals.
you see the deer represents tonight's sponsor, Jägermeister.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that was just like some. It was just a way for him to be able to connect the fact that he was in the afterlife of some shit.
Why was that it?
Dude, I don't know. A lot about this fucking movie doesn't make sense.
You made this movie, now tell me, damn you.
Like, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I did like this movie. I'm not sure if I can call it a good movie though.
So you liked this movie, but you didn't like this movie in a way.
Yeah, like here's the thing. It scratched an itch in my brain where it's like, cool, tanks, and also it scratched the like the fucking Twilight Zone twist ending, like, oh, that was clever. Uh, but there's so many weird fucking things in this movie that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It seemed like the writer and director of this film were trying a little too hard.
Man.
Also, I get you have German guilt, but like, that was still a really hard turn on the story.
That it does kind of seem like a fuck you to the historical nerds, you, and the world.
Oh yeah, while everybody on Reddit is like, "Oh, those SU-100 fucking deer!"
Raggle fraggle.
Yeah,
I guess you could excuse the anachronisms by saying it didn't actually happen and it was the afterlife, but that's still kind of a cop out. So like how I struggled with anachronisms. I have trouble saying that word.
it is a hard word. Proud of you for working through it. You know, I think there's really one question that's left to ask about this film before we move on to rating it, which is, do you believe in your ability to defuse a landmine?
Assuming I had guidance, yes. But
Do you think your nerves would hold up for it?
I can remain calm under fire mostly. But my biggest thing is not just simply not knowing how to defuse it, right? Like, if I had guidance, I might be able to pull it off, but if they pull the bullshit they did in this movie, like, oh, there's a grenade underneath it, then no, I don't think I could.
I mean, it seemed like a pretty simple fix, which is put the mine back on top of the grenade.
Or let the spoon eject from the grenade and just roll it away as fast as you can.
Yeah, but then like the concussion would probably kill you.
Oh, maybe. But also,
You know, you would have, if you let the grenade spoon go, you would have at least like 2 seconds. You can cover a lot of ground in 2 seconds.
I don't think it's 2 seconds, right? It's a little bit longer.
I'm giving that as like a low ball offer, because usually it's like 4 to 5 seconds, depending on the grenade.
Yeah.
But let's just say that the grenade factory was having an off day and they just happened to give you the 1 or 2 second grenade. So
You're just that unfortunate you get just fucked by the long dick of industry.
well, you're already caught up in a fucking trap involving a grenade. I think you could probably assume the worst on everything else.
Yeah, don't when it comes to war, don't rely on luck, because if you were lucky, you wouldn't be in war now, would you?
No, you'd be at home profiteering off of it.
Yeah, like a good little capitalist.
R.I.P. Dick Cheney.
Ripped it.
Rip Dick. You know, it's kind of funny because have you ever you know about the like Desert Storm trading cards, right? Like they came out with baseball cards for fucking Operation Desert Storm.
I guess is that like the deck of 52 they had?
No, like Topps
Yeah.
Baseball, like the same people that made fucking baseball cards came out with fucking a Desert Storm trading card set to kind of bolster the home front during that invasion. And one of the cards was at the time, God, what the fuck was he? Was he Secretary of Defense? Anyways, Dick Cheney was some sort of secretary during Desert Storm, and so he had his own baseball trading card. And one day at work, a coworker brought in like a box of these trading cards, and we spent like a half hour opening them. And I found Dick Cheney, and so like I threw it into my pocket. Like I have a little pouch, like basically like a little fanny pack at work. Don't make fun of me.
I would never make fun of you.
So I threw Dick Cheney in my little fanny pack. I forgot he was there, and maybe like 3 weeks after we opened these Gulf War baseball card things, Dick Cheney died, and like the news broke like while we were at work, and so I was like, oh wait a minute, and like I pulled Dick Cheney out of my pocket and like I set up a little fucking like like uh like Day of the Dead mural at work for him.
Whew. But you asked your question, so I want to ask mine.
Okay,
What member of a tank crew would you be?
which one would I be?
Yeah, because honestly, I think I'd be a fit for that one nerd in their group, the comms guy / gunner.
I would want to say that I would be the driver, except being the driver also implies a lot of like mechanical knowledge, like in order to take care of your vehicle, which I don't really possess. So I think that would knock me out. I think I would be a loader, probably.
I was gonna say, like, just assume you have the training for fixing it, I guess.
Okay, if I had the training, I would say I'd be the driver.
Because I'm pretty sure that comes part and parcel with being a tank crew. Just being taught, at the very least, basic maintenance about the tank. I'd be legitimately surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, but I feel like at least in this film, the driver is like portrayed as the guy who's like also the fucking mechanic for the thing.
Yeah.
But anywho, I think it's about time we rate this thing.
I agree. So, what should we rate this out of?
Oh fuck! I didn't think about that. 1 to 5. 1 to 5 broken watches.
Also, another thing I forgot to mention. Did you like the way they said "wacow" whenever that guy said it?
I don't remember that part.
he said something along the lines of like, "Oh, I would know what good wine is. I'm from Wakao," and they're like, "Oh, he's from Wakao, Wakao, Wakao,"
Oh yeah.
and there's like
Did
I
you
even
watch, did you watch this in German or English?
German. It was subtitles.
I feel like I feel like that's the only way we can really do it anymore. Like I just can't watch English dubbed films. Like if the film is shot in English, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
But we have a foreign language film. I need it to be subtitled.
and they made some jokes about where they were from, Wakao included, and it just like me and Joey did not laugh at those. And I even said like, I bet that would have been extremely hilarious if we had been from Germany.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
this would be like roasting your buddy, like, oh, of course the guy from New Jersey says that.
Oh, yeehaw! I'm from Texas.
Yeah, like,
I'm
roast.
sure it's exactly that kind of vibe. It just doesn't make sense to us because we're not from there.
Get a load of this fucking loser from Wakao. Okay, where the fuck is Wakao?
And also, why is Wacow stupid?
Like, what elicits such a mocking response? But anyway, I just needed to say that.
No, that's fair.
So 1 out of 5, what again?
Broken watches.
Broken watches. That's right.
I can't tell what time it's been broken since we left the bridge.
I want to give this 3 broken watches out of 5 because it wasn't groundbreaking by any sense of the term, but I would watch this again just to see all the build up and foreshadowing to the big reveal at the end. And also it was some legitimately good action sequences, and I did like the chemistry between the tank crew.
Yeah. I'll be honest, and I know we haven't reviewed Fury yet, but I like this more than Fury.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I know. Mostly because, we can save it, but my big issue with Fury is the fact that, like, a 40-something-year-old Brad Pitt is a tank commander. That is stupid fucking haircut.
I mean,
Anyways, I will also give this 3 broken watches. I agree with you. There's great action scenes in it. I do like the twist, but it's also, as far as like storytelling goes, this is not original by any sense of, like, by any stretch of the imagination.
I see. So,
What does Rotten Tomatoes have to say about it?
oh, there it is. So there is no tomometer for this. There's only 3 reviews.
Really?
I know, right?
For something that was like so popular on Amazon for the better part of like a month and a half, I would have expected more.
However, it has a 62% on the tomometer, which, okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, okay.
Not great, not terrible.
Okay then. That
Oh, yeah,
was
that was Der Tiger.
their tiger, their fury.
That means that means the tiger in English.
Mein Panzer!
Mein Panzer.
You mentioned it earlier, we're recording this February 1st, which also means that we are now into Black History Month. So I know it's your turn, but I would like to posit a film suggestion to go in line with Black History Month.
Oh?
Netflix has added Harriet to their selection, which, if you did not ascertain, is about Harriet Tubman.
I mean, I had my suspicions. That's a war movie?
I mean, it's the Civil War.
I guess I wasn't aware that she did fight in the Civil War.
What the fuck do you think Harriet Tubman did?
Smuggled a bunch of people out of the South to freedom.
Yeah, she also did like spying and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. I was gonna pick Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, but this is much.
In Black History Month, we're doing Predator versus Alien.
Yeah, okay. That's yeah, Harriet's our next movie, but also
We
what
we can
makes
we
this
can we can do Predator after Harriet.
what I should mention. What makes your pick of this week's movie more hilarious to me is for just to fuck with you, I was gonna pick for the three movies I won fair and square betting on Navy. I was gonna pick the three movies that I got tricked into watching that were Heart of Darkness, and that's that Conquistador movie by Werner Herzog that I can't remember.
1492.
I don't know. What the hell was that movie? Heart of Darkness and Ad Astra. Those are the three movies I got tricked into watching without realizing they were Heart of Darkness.
You know, as the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun, right?
Nothing at all.
I love that I have like Heart of Darkness pulled up here, and one of the top things is a Reddit post that says, "Could a good Heart of Darkness movie be made?"
Already has.
Several times.
Yeah, and you probably didn't even notice it at first.
Nope. No, we didn't. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I donut.
Alrighty, well, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. The stars do matter. You can find us for additional content on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all those good places. Until next time, I've been John.
And I've been Jack.
And we will roll on you later. I don't. Goodbye.
Bye.